Tory Lanez, Big Tory, as some of y'all might know him, his sentencing date has been pushed back. According to Megan Cuniff, she says, "Good morning from Los Angeles, where Tory Lanez is due in court over the shooting of Meg Thee Stallion. It is it's scheduled as a sentencing, but the judge is going to give Tory Lanez's lawyer more time to prepare. We'll get the new date today. Stay tuned for updates from the court." Now, I'm going to pause this for a second. Or I'm going to mute it for a second just to kind of explain why this is happening. Listen, Tory tried and exhausted everything to avoid sentencing. The first thing was motion for new trial, which means the verdict would be thrown out and they would do it again. He didn't get that. Then he said motion to remove the judge because he said the judge is biased, blah, blah, blah. That didn't work. He kind of did like a social media type of thing, basically saying the prosecutor was fucking racist and did all type of bad things too. What that did was probably hurt him more than help him because the prosecutor wrote a long-ass letter of recommendations. Now, anytime you get found guilty, even if in a plea, when you sign a plea, the government isn't bounded by that plea. It's for their consideration, right? So the prosecutor usually, when they basically win their case by convicting you or you sign a plea to say you're convicted, they're going to recommend to the judge what sentence or what punishment you could get. Usually the judge goes with the recommendation unless there's some crazy factors. Now, if you have a mandatory minimum of 15 years and the prosecutor, I don't know, for whatever reason, which I think is not only I'm not going to say illegal, but it's unethical. They can't recommend lesser than the mandatory minimum unless they have a reason to do it, like you snitched, or, in a federal case, they have to write you a 5K1 letter. They usually go with what the prosecutor says, right? But sometimes the prosecutor, really got it out for you, right? So, in Tory's case, it was rumored, again, let me not say rumored. I'm talking to people who are lawyers in Cali. They're thinking that he was going to get 7 years, okay? Now, the minimum actually, I believe is 5 or so. The minimum is 5. They believe it would have gotten 7 years or so on the lower end of the scale, despite him going to trial, which they're going to spank you for that. You brought him to trial, they're going to give you that lashing. You sure took a plea, if there was one available. So, because Tory aimed at the DA is trying to apply the belt. So it's not just a spanking. You're going to get the belt. So they have recommended that Tory do upwards of 15 years. And again, it's going to all be up to the judge, but hear how Tory fucked himself. Pause. Remember, the reason why the prosecutor recommended such a high sentence is because Tory said, yo, the head prosecutor, which is the district attorney of Los Angeles, be like, yo, look at this guy. He racist. He did this. He been doing this to black men. They're not about to write no oh my God, he called us racist. Give him only 3 years. So they said, fuck it. Give him 15. Plus he made us go to trial. And he got people thinking that Kathy Ta and that Michael Bott nigga is crazy. Give him the belt. You feel me? Here's the thing now. Remember, it's now up to the judge discretion. What did Tory just go and do? Tory's lawyers went to a higher court saying, yo, this judge this judge is unfair like a motherfucker. Take him on my case, please. Look how he handling shit. He wilded out on me. Take him off the case. You know what that appellate court said? We're not taking him off the case. So who's going to have to apply the belt or give the discretion? The nigga that Tory wanted off the case. Yo, this thing about to give Tory the belt. So if you ask me, I was thinking Tory's going to get less than 10. I don't see less than 10 in Tory's future. They're going to get that boy 15. Actually, I think 12. I don't want to bet with people's years of their life at stake. They're going to give him 12. And the appeal process is pretty much already started, but the appeal is going to get kicked into place. It's probably going to take a year or 2 or maybe 3. And hopefully on appeal, he could get the whole thing overturned, or at the very least, he could get it severely reduced. But I'm going to be honest with you. They're not giving less than 10. I believe they're giving him 12 years. They're giving him 12 years. The way it works in the penal system out there in California, I believe that he wouldn't have to serve all 12 years, which that's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem is deportation, right? So again, if he gets 12 years, he'll be out in 7, right? So he'll be out in 7 years, which, he's already he's approaching 6 months damn near right now, right? So, he'll get, plus he was locked up before on some shit. So who knows? He might have 9 months of credit right now, right? Close to a year. He might only have to do 6 more years. You get what I mean? To really serve a sentence. But here's the thing. After getting the charge he got, they're going to pick you up and they're bringing you to Canada if you are not a citizen. So, again, we haven't heard anything that his citizenship got sorted out or he got like some whatever. But at this point, there is no more time to delay. So the reason why Tory's team, I believe, or his lawyers has pushed back his sentencing is to get more time to prepare to try to be a little bit more, appealing to the judge who essentially is going to apply that belt. And right now the judge got every reason to do it because, Tory's and his team been kind of carrying this case like he's not locked up if it's not for the prosecutor and it's not for the judge. So shit, if that judge got to be like, all right, I got you now, motherfucker. You're gonna see how that goes. Okay. All right. We're back to Melly's life.